It's 12:41 in the morning, and God woke me up to do this video. So hopefully it blesses you, because I didn't even do my live today, but He woke me up to do this video on parenting. On parenting, because some of us, we're struggling with our parenthood. We're struggling with how our children ended up. We're struggling with the relationship that we have with our children, if you have one at all. And we're struggling with our parenting self-esteem. And if you got a perfect relationship with your kids, that's not for you. So you don't even have to look at it. You can stop right now. But I'm only talking to those parents. You're struggling. You're dealing with some things. And I want to take you through the diary of a good dad. The diary of a good dad. I know I talk about dating, but this fatherhood thing, this parenting thing, oh man, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable about this thing. However, things happen that make you question yourself, that make you question who are you and who were you to your children. I'm only talking to those that's struggling right now. Because quiet as is kept, for some of us, you're only as good as your last Cash App. You're only as good as your last Cash App. And I need you to understand that. Sometimes our children, we can give them the world and they still turn on us. Sometimes our children, we can do right by them and they still go out there and be terrible. Sometimes our children can act like they love us, but then they switch up on us every so often. Yeah. They stop speaking to us. They don't text us. They'll text their friends, but they don't text us. And so we continue to chase them to try to hold on to a relationship that's perhaps not even there. And I need you to understand that sometimes God will remove your children from you. Yeah, I said that. I said it. Sometimes God will allow friction to come between you and your child. Why? Because He knows that if they stay around in your life and if they continue to do what they're doing, they could potentially break you. They could break your soul. They could break your spirit, because sometimes the devil will use your kids just to get to you. I just said something. Because they'll begin to manipulate you. They'll begin to say things to get money out of you. They'll begin to try to take advantage of you. And they don't do it underneath the umbrella. They don't do it directly at times. They sneak attack you. They manipulate you. And here we go, as parents, we thinking we're doing the right thing, and we are. However, we could be a perfect parent, and your kids end up not speaking to you. You could be a perfect parent, and your kids will choose their boyfriend or their girlfriend over you. You can be a perfect parent, and your kids stop answering your text and answering your phone. You can be a perfect parent, and your kids still end up out there on the street. You can be a perfect parent, and your kids still on drugs. Your kids still don't have a job. Yeah. And you have to understand that you can't take on but so much. You can't continue to go through life. Wish I would have done this. Maybe if I would have done that. No, you can't take that on. No, sometimes the resentment comes not from what you did, but sometimes the resentment comes from the custodial parent or the other parent, because they have made deposits in that child's life. And as a result of them making a deposit in that child's life, the child grows up with 20% it takes. 20% of resentment for you. And then it just grows out, waiting for you, or waiting for you to say the wrong thing so that they can act out. And they can act, woe is me. No longer do you continue to chase after these kids. They're not like we were when we were growing up. We had a camaraderie with our parent. We loved our parent, even though our parent spanked us and so on and so forth. But these kids, no. Let me tell you something. I'm here to tell you, listen to me. I'm here to tell you. Let me say it to you again. You're only as good as your last cash app. You're only as good as your last good deed towards them and for them. You're only as good as what you gave them, your last gift. I promise you. I promise you. And these are the same kids that you're breaking your neck for. That when you die and they have that insurance policy in front of you, in front of them, they will put you to rest with the cheapest casket. They will put you to rest give you the cheapest funeral ever so that they can pocket the rest of the insurance money. Trust me. They have no sense of accountability. Kids don't love their parents the way that they used to. No. Listen to me. I got 5. And all of them have an individual mindset. And I got 3 baby mothers. And all of them, no matter how good I was as a dad, or I am as a dad, they still taught the kids to go against me. And so I used to spend all of my time chasing them, trying to build, man, you can't beat me. I had Parent of the Year. You can't beat me being a dad. And yet and still, they'll still turn on you. They'll choose whoever. They'll text their friends every single day, every minute of the day, and won't think about you. And so I need you to start thinking about yourself. I need you to start living your life and just turn them over to God. You know, it's one thing for you to chase after a sure enough or a fact, but it's another thing for you to chase after a possibility, chase after a might. It don't work like that. And so we put our life on hold for a child who has either a level of resentment in them, they have a level of disregard. For some of y'all, a level of disrespect. They have a level of coldness. And you want to chase after them. No, you got to let that go. Let them be who they're going to be. And just turn them over to God. And you deal with yourself. You make yourself happy. Stop stressing over what might be. No, sometimes God will allow them. He will remove them from your life. I'm dead serious. Why? To build your happiness back up. So I look forward to the Diary of a Good Dad. Part 1. This is part 1, my introduction. Tomorrow we'll talk about part 2, part 3, part 4. Yeah, so keep your notifications on. It's going to be hot and heavy. Yeah, I love you. But God loves you best. Talk to you soon.